Sergeant Hake wrote a letter to his one-year-old son, Gage. "I will be with you again," he wrote to Gage. "I will teach you to ride your first bike, build your first sandbox, watch you play sports, and see you have kids also. I love you, son. Take care of your mother. I am always with you, Daddy." On Easter Sunday of 2008, Chris was out on patrol in Baghdad when his Bradley fighting vehicle was hit by a roadside bomb. That night, he made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Sergeant Hake now rests in eternal glory in Arlington, and his wife, Kelly, is in the gallery tonight, joined by their son, who is now a 13-year-old and doing very, very well. To Kelly and Gage, Chris will live in our hearts forever. He is looking down on you now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you both very much. The terrorist responsible for killing Sergeant Hake was Qasem Soleimani, who provided the deadly roadside bomb that took Chris's life. Soleimani was the Iranian regime's most ruthless butcher, a monster who murdered or wounded thousands of American service members in Iraq. As the world's top terrorist, Soleimani orchestrated the deaths of countless men, women, and children. He directed the December assault and went on to assault U.S. forces in Iraq, was actively planning new attacks when we hit him very hard. And that's why last month, at my direction, the U.S. military executed a flawless precision strike that killed Soleimani and terminated his evil reign of terror forever. Our message to the terrorists is clear. You will never escape American justice. If you attack our citizens, you forfeit your life.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 4 of The News Beast. I'm your host, the Beastmaster, and today we're going to be talking about Trump versus DeSantis. Who would be better for president? There's a lot of people that they say it's like 50-50 split. After CPAC, the Republican convention they just had, turns out that Trump's in the lead by a nice margin over DeSantis. And in my personal opinion, and that is what today's video is about, there is one big reason why Trump is better than DeSantis. There is just no doubt, and there should be no doubt in anyone's mind, that Trump just has the fear in all of our enemies. Okay? Under Trump, there were no new wars. They said that hasn't happened since Jimmy Carter. Russia wasn't invading anybody when Trump was president. It's no secret that Vladimir Putin wants to reunite the old Soviet Union. Under George Bush Jr., they took over Georgia, okay? Then under Obama, they annexed Crimea, which is a part of Ukraine. Then he took a 4-year break. What a coincidence, when Trump was president, okay? He took a break after they annexed Crimea in Obama's last year of presidency, right? So that was about, 2016, I think? And then all of a sudden, under Joe Biden, 4 years later, they go into Ukraine. I think that pretty much tells you the fear that Trump has created in our enemies. North Korea stopped testing missiles when he came into office. They said that he was going to get us into war with North Korea. He actually did the opposite. He's the first U.S. president ever to go into the demilitarized zone, and he shook hands with the president of North Korea. And now Biden's in office, and they're testing missiles again. It's believed that they do have a nuclear weapon. If not, they're very close. Iran is very close to a nuclear weapon, which is just a total disaster. They're total nut jobs. And that's the last country on the planet you want to have a nuclear weapon. Trump is tried, tested, and proven. DeSantis is not. And what do I mean by that? You just had 4 years of Trump, okay? He put tariffs on China. No country in the world did that. Trump didn't. China didn't do anything. Oh, the price of iPhones are going to go up. No, it didn't. All China did was manipulated their currency to absorb the 25% tariff. Okay. DeSantis to other world leaders is just known as the tough guy from Florida. Okay. They will test him. They will see what can we get away with. With Trump, they won't. That's not a guess. We've seen it. That, at the end of the day, is safer for Americans. We don't want a world where our enemies are going to try to test us. They're testing us right now. If you haven't heard, there was just a surveillance balloon, a spy balloon, that Biden let float across the United States. If that's not testing a country to see what you can get away with, I don't know what is. Russia invading Ukraine took a 4-year vacation from taking over countries. That's testing the United States. And they're showing no signs of backing down. North Korea firing rockets again, testing the United States. No one did any of this when Trump was president. That's a fact. Okay? I do like DeSantis, but I feel more secure with Trump because no one tested him. He dropped the Moab bomb, mother of all bombs, on ISIS. He told them to back off Afghanistan until we got our troops and our assets out and our people. And they made a move. And I'm going to be putting a clip in this video of that. The mother of all bombs, they said no country, and obviously other countries have this bomb. We're not the only ones that have it in the world. We're the first ones to ever deploy it. And he told them, if you make a move, I'm going to bomb the hell out of you. Hell out of you. And that's exactly what he did. And guess what? They backed off. Joe Biden comes into office, and like a complete putz, they blow up 13 of our service members. That didn't happen when Trump was president. And he took the military out of Afghanistan, total incompetence, before he took out our weapons and our people. Our allies were even pissed at him because he didn't tell them what he was doing. He just left them there. So that is basically a short, simple video on why Trump is better than DeSantis. Okay, a lot of people don't like Trump's temperament, but then again, that's why he got elected in the first place. He's not a politician. Okay, he's crude, he's crass, but guess what? It was effective and it worked. If you don't think so, when Biden came into office, inflation was at 1.4%. Inflation, they can tell you this bullshit formula. I don't know what fucking formula they're using. They say it's at what, 6.5%? I challenge someone to go with me in a supermarket and show me something that was $1 2 years ago, and now it is just $1.06.5. Okay, I use soda as a gauge, Coca-Cola, on how inflation is. Coca-Cola, when Trump was president in Walmart, was $1.25 for a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. In Walmart right now, as of the making of this video, it is $2.68. Okay, if you double $1.25, that's just $2.50. So Coca-Cola is up over 100%. Okay, not to mention eggs and chicken. And if you shop, you know what I'm talking about. Gasoline was at $2.37 when Trump was in office. Now it's national average is getting back to about $3.50. But that's what happens when you take America off of energy independence and start buying oil from foreign countries who are happy to sell us oil at a premium, than getting it in our own backyard for pretty much cost. Trump is just solid, man. No matter what bullshit they want to throw at you about him, the whole Russian orgy thing with Russian hookers urinating on him, 2.5 years they spent when this man was trying to run the country investigating him. Well, what happened with that? Trump in jail? No. The whole raiding his private residence because he has nuclear secrets at Mar-a-Lago that he's going to sell to the Russians or someone. What's it been, about 5-6 months since they raided his place? Well, what happened with that? Where's the top secret nuclear information? January 6th? Well, if you watch Tucker Carlson and paid attention, all that video footage they didn't want you to see, well, he showed it. That dude they arrested, the one that's wearing horns, I guess similar to what I'm wearing. They call him the QAnon shaman. He looked like some type of guy in face paint, like a beast. Well, he just got 4 years, but on those videos they showed him being led around by Capitol Police, giving the guy a tour of the Capitol. No harm. The police had guns. He was unarmed. They could have arrested him or shot him at any time if he was so savage and brutal, like they say. None of that footage was allowed during his trial, which I'm surprised about. You'd figure you're going to trial, the court would have, the lawyers just have the power. Well, we need to see everything. This is this man's life at jeopardy. We can't just have some of the video. We need all of the video. But anyways, yeah, Trump's the guy. Love DeSantis. Think he would be a solid second place. But no one will test or try Trump because they didn't the last time. They will test and try DeSantis because he's just known as a Florida tough guy. They want to see what they can get away with. That will conclude episode 4 of the News Beast. Once again, I am the Beastmaster signing out. I will try and get some more videos up. I just don't want to report on everything that happens every day. That can get stupid. I'm trying to do relevant topics that people will look at, not just for a day or a week, but Trump versus DeSantis. This is something people are going to talk about, speculate on for the next year and a half until the next election. Have a good evening, and I will see you on the next video.